So good morning everybody. So today we are going to start the chapter statistics. Can you tell me what is meant by statistics? Yeah, it's a collection of data. After that you have to analyze the data and then interpret and then representation and organize the data. Okay, now before that what you have to do, you have to define a problem. You have to define a problem. You have to define a problem. If I am asking you to collect some data, what will you do? Yes, immediately you will ask to me, sir, what should I collect? On based on what? Right? So for that first you have to what? Define a data. Define a data. After that, collect the data. Collection of data related to our problem define. Related to our problem define. After that, after collecting data, what will you do? You will analyze the data. You have to analyze the data. Analysis. After analysis, what will you do? You will interpret. You will interpret the data. After that, what will you do? You have to present the data. Presentation. And then after that, what will you do? Organize the data. What will you do? Organize the data. Now, what is meant by data? Data is a collection of information about facts. It's a collection of information about facts. So we said collection of information about facts. So data is a plural. Then what is the singular form of data? That is called as what? Datum. What is the singular form of data? That is called as what? Datum. Datum is it's a piece of information. It is a piece of information. So first you have to define a problem. After that, what will you do? You will collect the data related to the problem defined. After that, analysis, and then after that you have to interpret the data and then present the data and then organize the data. Am I right? And then data can be classified into two types. One is what? Primary data. Another one is what? Secondary data. One is what? Primary data. Another one is what? Secondary data. Data can be classified into two types. One is primary, another one is secondary. What is meant by primary data? Yeah, it's a data that is collected by the researchers directly from the main source. It's a data collected by the researchers directly, right, through interview, or they can collect the data directly into from the field. Am I right here? Through interview, or they can collect by doing some experiment. Through interview they can collect. Otherwise they can conduct a survey, or they can do some experiments. Okay, now suppose if I am taking attendance each and every day, that is called as what? Primary data, because I am taking attendance directly in the class. That is called as what? Primary data. Secondary data. Next one is what? Secondary data. Secondary data means the data is already collected by someone, and then after that we are collecting the data from that. Am I right? So data that is collected by someone, then after that we will analyze. Okay, that is other than the primary user. The primary user means what? That is those who are collecting the data initially directly into the field. Primary user. Primary user. Next one is qualitative data. Qualitative data. Quantitative data. What is meant by qualitative data? So it is a descriptive data. It is a descriptive, like descriptive data. For example, you can say that he or she is very good in mathematics, very good in maths. Am I right? That she is thin, he is tall. These are all what? Qualitative data. Then what is meant by quantitative data? Quantitative data. Quantitative data. So quantitative data means it's nothing but it's a numerical information. It is a numerical information. For example, like number of students, those who scored more than 35 in our periodic test. Okay, it is a numerical information. Now we will tell in a number only. Here 10 students got more than 35. 10 students got more than 35. 1 student got 40 out of 40. Am I right here? So it is called as what? Numerical information. It is called as what? Numerical information. Then again, these quantitative data can be classified into two. One is discrete, another one is continuous. One is what? Discrete, another one is what? Continuous data. What is meant by discrete? It has a particular fixed value. It can be counted. For example, that numerical I said, right? The number of students, those who secured more than 35 in a periodic test. That is called as what? Discrete. It has a particular fixed value. Particular fixed value. Like 30, that is 10 students got more than 35. Am I right? Yeah. 1 student got 40 out of 40. 2 students got 10. 5 students got 15. Like that. Okay. That is called as what? Fixed value. Particular fixed value. Particular fixed value. It can be counted. It can be counted. Now what is meant by continuous? Continuous means it is not fixed. It is not fixed, but it is given in a range. It is not fixed, but it is given in range. For example, 0 to 10 marks, 0 to 10 marks, 10 to 20 marks, 20 to 30 marks, 30 to 40 marks, 30 to 40 marks. These are marks obtained. You can like the number of students. Okay, 5 students got 10 out, 0 to 10. Then 10 students got 10 to 20. That is 12 students got 20 to 30, and then 3 students got 30 to 40. That is 3 students obtain the marks between 30 to 40. It is called as what? Continuous. Okay, that particular range will be given. Particular range will be given. Am I right? Yes. Now after collecting the data, what will you do? We will analyze the data. We will analyze the data, and then after that we will interpret, and then after that we will present the data in a graphical manner. In a graphical manner. So already you learned in class 6 that first one is what? Bar graph, histogram. This one already you learned in from class 6 and 7. Then another one is what? Pie chart. So this one you learned in class 8. And then here you will learn bar graph, histogram. Apart from that, you will learn frequency polygon. What is that? Frequency polygon curve. Right? To present the data in a graphical manner. What are the different methods? Bar graph, histogram, pie chart, and then frequency polygon curve. Am I right here? Yes. Then, where and all we are applying the statistics in our real life situation, real life applications. Tell me attendance register or mark register. Attendance or mark register, and then election, and then census, literacy rate, and then commodities like buying and selling, and then where else, and then after that buying and selling, attendance, election, census, educational, in education, research. Here these are all the real life applications of what? Statistics. Am I right, dear? Yes. And then tomorrow I will give introduction about the what are the central measures of tendency, and then we can move to the first exercise. Am I right, dear? Yeah. Thank you everybody. Along with this I will send one PDF file, that is the mind map of the chapter statistics. Thank you.